the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They started on the ground with Eckler. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense. It's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Herbert now. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Back. Back to 18.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Sanders. And some room to roam now. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big run there. 29 yards and a first. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And this one is incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. They go play action with Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, trying to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. On 2nd and 9, Herbert trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from...
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Boston Scott taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. On 1st and 10, Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. Now he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Drop 50, drop 50.
Throwing is Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Check pass.
They'll try and run for it. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Throw left side, complete to Scott. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. From the 17, Hurts. He'll get this out wide to Scott. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Boston Scott. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here and try to tie this football game. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. Finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline. Keenan Allen. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 79 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Great corner out there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone. It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout. An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction? Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force it.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
2nd down and goal. Herbert able to get away. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Two straight sacks have them backed up now for a 3rd and goal.
Now it's Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 75 yards.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up.
These 2 teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 7 yards there and a first down. In motion, the tight end. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And Hurts This is intercepted, his third of the game.
Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And some room to maneuver.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
That's sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
On Herbert, his third interception. Picked off by Hassan Reddick. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
This fielded right at the goal line. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and couple it with a big dose of honey.
Touchdown, Philadelphia!
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you want the final metric on his top speed, and trust me, you do, Next Gen Stats says he hit 22.4 miles an hour. The Charger drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Herbert's throw into the hands of his receiver, Guyton. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. On first down, it's Herbert. And And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Throwing again on second down. Herbert. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chargers. Jalen Guyton from 19 yards away. And the Chargers have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Two things you can do in that situation. Run it and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
Going deep here for Watkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 20. Touchdown, Eagles.
Quez Watkins.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can nest double E, cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Los Angeles Chargers and their Southern California rivals, the Los Angeles Rams.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
On the return, the Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he goes out right around the 39. So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Stafford. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, Stafford. And he is going to have the Rams first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Nasir Adderley that time making the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Hey, 22!
On the counter, this is Akers. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. They'll try the air now with Stafford. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. The 40. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, it's only the first quarter, but that's a quick shift of momentum right there, because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Then you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
But we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize. Put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw, Stafford.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once more, here's Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't. Touchdown! Gerald Everett, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score. Chargers 14, Rams nothing. Dustin Hopkins to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. They find some open field here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Stafford's throw here, hauled in by Kupp. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, LA! They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. It's a run with Akers. And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15.
The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple, because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side. And all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert throwing again. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Herbert. Looking middle, and that's complete. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6, and the Chargers 1st down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll find Everett there, complete. 30. 10. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Gerald Everett. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he is going to have the Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. There's Stafford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the 1st half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. bounces down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
In a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett.
On the move past the 40.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Herbert on 1st down now. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Mike Williams.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
28, Rams 16.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, Stafford eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'm guaranteeing he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Here's Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. The 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upset. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. They gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Herbert throws complete to Williams. Touchdown! Mike Williams on a touchdown throw from Justin Herbert as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On first down at Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford, Akers, back-to-back catches. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Throwing again is Stafford. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And he'll be brought down at the 27. A good down to possibly take a shot. And, in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And picked up by the Chargers. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as they... On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. He'll get it inside the 20. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 35. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Herbert now. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams on the touchdown throw from Justin Herbert as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. On first down, it's Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. Touchdown. Mike Williams on the touchdown throw from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth.
The Chargers will line up for the
and they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Taylor Rapp with a pick.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the 29, Stafford, and he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he's got room. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It's Eckler again. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, It's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here we go on fourth. Herbert. And Allen's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves. I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit. But going for two in this situation, somebody don't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just and that's caught inside the 35. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Rolling to his left. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Rams have got it back.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
One last throw here for Stafford. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense.